A very good evening, friends. I hope you're all safe and healthy. Well, in this particular month, I have been talking on various aspects of India's aid with you. And today, in this particular video, we're going to talk about the changes in accounting policies which are not considered as a change in accounting policy. Indus 8 has given a specific prohibition in terms of, I would say, apparently two areas, but I would say there are three areas where Indus 8 prohibits that these are not considered as a change in accounting policy. So today I want to deal with those, I would say, three exceptions which apparently may look like a change in accounting policy, but they are not considered as a change in accounting policy. Let's find this out in terms of what is stated in the relevant para of Indus 8. कहते हैं knowledge is power और power is money. आज की डेट में जब आप अपने करियर के बारे में सोचते हैं तो कुछ इंटरनेशनल क्वालिफिकेशंस भी आपको लेनी चाहिए. और अगर आप इंटरनेशनल क्वालिफिकेशंस के लिए जानना चाहते हैं कि एज अ सीए एस्पिरेंट आप कौन कौन से इंटरनेशनल क्वालिफिकेशंस ले सकते हैं, लिमिटेड टाइम के अंदर किन एरियाज और स्पेशलाइजेशंस के अंदर आपको कौन से कोर्सेज करने चाहिए, तो अनअकैडमी पर मैं आपके साथ लेके आ रहा हूं एक गेस्ट स्पीकर जो खुद एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट और सीपीए हैं, सीए सीपीए कमल छाबड़ा. और ये सेशन आप अटेंड कर सकते हैं बिल्कुल लाइव और एब्सोल्युटली फ्री. अनअकैडमी ऐप को आप डाउनलोड कीजिए और अगर आप इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर नए हैं तो मेरा कोड इस्तेमाल कीजिए CAKB10 और 14 अप्रैल को आप 11:30 AM इस सेशन को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. लिंक आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिलेगा. तो इस कंप्लीट सेशन का एडवांटेज लीजिए. आइए, लेट्स क्रैक इट. Para number 16 of Indus 8 very clearly makes a mention the following are not changes in accounting policy. So it says in clause number A, the application of an accounting policy for transactions other than events or condition that differ in substance from those previously occurring. Now let's take an example of a particular case where there might be a difference in terms of substance. Let's say, for example, a company has got a property, plant, equipment, and it is measured using a cost model under Indus 16. The company switches over to a revaluation model under Indus 16. Now, this is a change in accounting policy unless you're doing it for the first time. That we're going to talk later. So if a company switches over from a cost model to a revaluation model or vice versa, under Indus 16 or Indus 38, it is undoubtedly a case of change in accounting policy. But imagine a company has got a property, plant, equipment, and it is being shifted from Indus 16 to Indus 40. Now that means there is a difference in terms of substance. The objective in terms of the property, plant, equipment is either use in production or maybe administration. But the moment it comes under Indus 40, the intention is a capital appreciation. So there is a change in terms of the substance of the transaction. Now, if you move from Indus 16 to Indus 40, so let's say, for example, you were considering a revaluation model, but under Indus 40, you need to, on a mandatory basis, switch to a cost model. Now, in that particular case, it would be not considered as a change in accounting policy, though you might be changing the measurement base. But the change in the measurement base is not within a particular standard. It is moving out from one particular standard to another standard. So that becomes a case where it is not considered as a change in accounting policy. Similarly, if you look at the clause number B, there are two cases of exception. The application of a new accounting policy. Naturally, if you are adopting a new policy, it's not a change. Like, for example, an entity might be creating a new revenue recognition policy. It might have been trading, let's say, in a software which was bought from a supplier and it is being sold further. But let's say the company ventures into, let's say, creating tailor-made software for the clients. So they want to create a new revenue recognition policy in terms of those tailor-made software. So this is not a change in policy, but it's an introduction of a new policy. It says for events or conditions that did not occur previously or they were immaterial in nature. So I would say there is a third exception. Like for example, if you look at Index 2, the company may have certain byproducts which were immaterial. So they were treated as scrap. As far as inventory valuation is concerned, now let's say the company is having the same byproducts and it becomes material nature. So we were not having an accounting policy practically because the byproducts were immaterial in nature. And now once you are saying that they become material in nature, so the company would, have a new accounting policy. So I would say there are three areas which are given in India's 8 where we would say it's not a change. If the transaction differs in substance, 1. If there is a new accounting policy, 2, because the transaction did not occur previously, or the transactions did occur previously but they were immaterial in nature and now the amount has become material, so they would be considered as good as introduction of a new policy. In the next video, I'm going to talk more in terms of moving from Index 16 cost to revaluation initially, subsequently, or moving from one index to another. But that's all in this particular video as far as the cases which are not changed in accounting policy. Wait for something more interesting coming in on this particular index in the next video. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye-bye.